Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. New vlog starting right now. Morning in Dubai, another beautiful day by the looks of it, a little bit cloudy actually. So the reason I wanted to film this weekend, I've just woken up, my throat is a little bit sore, is because we're heading through to Abu Dhabi today. So it's Friday morning, going to be in Abu Dhabi until probably Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. Two of my best longest standing clients are in Abu Dhabi, so once a year I try and go through just to meet them face to face, do a PT session, get some breakfast, and just catch up, because it's great. I love to meet clients in person, always do it in Dubai whenever I can. We thought we'd just do a little bit of a staycation at the same time. Like, we've been back in Dubai for almost a month now, so time for a little bit of a break and a weekend away. So we're staying at the St. Regis in Abu Dhabi on Sadia Island. So I'll say heading through there later this morning. Got up at 6, coffee, as you can see. I do a few client check-ins on Friday, so I'm going to do a few of them before we head off to the gym, and then we're going to go from the gym to Abu Dhabi. So we should get to Abu Dhabi around midday, I would say. Obviously it's summer at the moment, it's the 10th of July, I think, and it's really hot, but I have still been going to the pool each day, so hopefully we'll be able to chill on the beach a little bit today. But yeah, just looking forward to it. This is why I love the job. It takes places like this, and it is still considered work. But just a bit of an update in terms of other things. I've been absolutely smacking the training this week, just because with us going away this weekend, I usually do the majority of my endurance training. Well, not the majority, but a good amount of endurance training on Saturday and Sunday. So I usually do my longer run, and I brought in a longer bike session as well on a Sunday. But I am training with one of my clients on Sunday. I'm doing a strength session, and I obviously didn't want to spend my whole weekend training with us being away, so I front loaded loads of training. So that's something that I say recommend that all clients do if they have a busy weekend like most people do. It's fucking common sense. Do your training earlier on in the week, don't miss anything. But I've been spending a lot of time on this bike. I'm not sure if I put this in the vlog yet, but I got a Concept 2 for the balcony. It's absolutely epic. The reason I got one for the home, the bike in the apartment gym is not great. I think it's like a recumbent bike. It's just a cheap one, whereas I really like the quality of the Concept 2s. Yes, obviously it was a little bit of an expense, but I'm going to get a lot of work in on that, and it's really going to help me with the marathon, and it's just so convenient being able to go onto the balcony, onto the bike, and Liv's been using it as well. So my training, I guess my weekly training, certainly for the next month until I start the official sub 250 marathon prep, is 3 strength sessions a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Then I'm running on Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, and then I'm trying to accumulate 150 minutes on the bike each week, just low intensity aerobic zone 2 work. So I've been fitting that in. Usually I do 90 minutes on the Sunday, just first thing in the morning, like 8 a.m, get it out of the way straight away. So that's 90 minutes. Then I'll do another 60 minutes throughout the week, and that could be two 30-minute sessions. It could be one 60-minute session, just wherever I can fit it in. The good thing about the bike is, which is different to running and strength training, is it's not fatiguing whatsoever. So I can do a bike session and get off it and not feel it, and definitely not feel it the day after. Whereas obviously if you push yourself hard in the gym, you're sore the next day. Same with the runs as well. Like, even with an easy run, even though it's, low intensity, it's aerobic, heart rate's in the 130s, I can still feel it like later on in the day. I still feel a little bit fatigued. So this is a really good way for me to get more volume in with my training without making myself tired, because that's always the main focus for me. Like, work is the main focus. I'm doing lots of check-ins, I do lots of calls. I can't afford to be tired. I've got to show up with energy. And I think, like, realistically for my sub 3 prep, I pretty much just ran 3 times a week. I occasionally did a 4th short run, and I occasionally did a short bike session, but it was no more than 45 minutes. So by me basically adding in an extra 2 hours, if not a little bit more, of zone 2 work throughout the week, I feel like that can only benefit me. As I say, like, the only thing to monitor is just overall fatigue and recovery, but if I keep the intensity low on the bike, I think it should be really good. So that's the plan for the marathon prep, which I'm starting in a month. 3 runs, 2 bike sessions, 3 strength sessions. It'll be the most I've trained ever in my life, but if you want to get to the next level, you've got to step it up a notch. But yeah, I'm gonna have my coffee, do a couple of check-ins, get packed, and then go to the gym. Full body session smashed, pump secured, mirror selfie taken. Now we're going in to eat. Look at this. 5 eggs today. Big one going in. What have you got?
Same. Boring.
With a little bit of avocado on the side. Sriracha sauce. Protein shake. Big feed. Then we're going to hit the road. Any final comments?
Final comments, just very excited.
What?
No final comments, just very excited to get away.
See you there.
What's it mean by SD card speed slow?
I just might. Just press it.
I am pressing it. How do I flip it? Thing on my nose. Actually, I'll have to turn that down, otherwise you'll get copyrighted. We are en route to St Regis, Sadia Island, Abu Dhabi. Funny story, the first time that we came to Abu Dhabi, he was putting the graft in, right? And it was my birthday. And he'd booked this really fancy hotel. Now, in Dubai, you don't really have to carry your ID around because you have like an electronic ID. So I actually forgot my ID. We got to the hotel and I thought, it doesn't matter, like, I forgot it. I'll just be able to show them my online ID. But because it's a government building, this hotel that we were staying in, it's like really fancy. I would definitely recommend if anyone is thinking about going to Abu Dhabi, it is Emirates Palace. Anyway, we got there and yeah, I forgot my ID. They wouldn't let us in. And then I was like, oh, why don't I get someone to go in my house and get my ID and like bring it over, like I'll pay for someone to bring it over. The one day in my entire life I'd locked my front door so no one could get in, so we had to drive all the way back. So I think we did like 4.5 hours of driving.
Yeah, you're missing the part where I'd run 32k before in the morning, so I was fucked.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, no, sorry. As he was saying, the worst part about it is he'd ran, how much? 32k the morning of. I mean, we still had a great time.
Yeah, we did. But we ended up staying for 2 nights as well.
Yeah, we did end up staying for 2 nights.
We booked a budget 4-star the day after, which was a bit different, just so we didn't have to rush back. But yeah.
But yeah, it was great. So now we are staying this weekend. You're training with some clients.
Yeah.
I'm just here for the staycay. Staycay, the breakaway, really.
Nice life, isn't it?
It's a great life, yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You'll never guess what.
We're in the wrong Emirate. No, not quite.
We're in the wrong St Regis, which is just hilarious. I feel like every time we come to Abu Dhabi, like something has to happen.
We're cursed.
We are cursed, but we're just now on our way to the right St Regis, which is like 20 minutes away. But
That's all good.
it's fine.
It's all good.
We're just making memories, aren't we, babe?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
All happens in Abu Dhabi.
Well, this one's better. Lovely. Holy shit, look at this shower. It's like a walk-through one. Fucking hell, look at this. Whoa.
The sea is always way more blue in Abu Dhabi for some reason. Nobody knows why. Holy shit. What a vibe. Chicken and rice. Keeping it clean. Not eating like a retard. That's the key to getting lean. Bang it. It is hot. But that's what we love. Yeah. I mean, keep sending those over. I know we did that quite a lot at the start, but I've got guys that I've coached for like a year and a half. They still send me videos. So just like keep sending them over. Like we can never get too good at that. Like I send videos to my coach. So yeah. And we are gonna do a new block the week after next. So there'll be a few different things. Not too drastically different from what you're doing now. But again, if there's new movements, we can video those too. Because that's how you're gonna see the visual change. Like the nutrition, the steps, the cardio, that's going to get the body fat down. But if you want to build muscle and shape the way you look, it's that strength training. Babe. Lovely. Have some of that, it's so nice. Famous. Not quite yet.
So if you don't mind, shall I make it like one of it so you can try all?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's really ruining my fun.
Let's have a sheesh.
I've got lamb.
Just at the beach, getting some scran. It's the bluest sea we've ever seen in our lives. I saved up last month and bought myself some new swimming shorts. These are actually the first pair of swimming shorts I bought in the last 4 years. Upgraded to Ralph Lauren. What'd you get to eat, babe?
Powerball, chicken powerball.
Look at that. Wow, actually looks really fucking good. And this is what I got. Salmon, a couple of chips and white rice. Exactly what we wanted after the slightly fatty chicken situation yesterday. But yeah, just topping up the tan. Everyone asks me how I'm so tanned, and you know, if you want to get anywhere, you have to put in the work. This is what I do. I spend time in the sun. Nice and sweaty training session, boxed off. 45 minutes easy on the bike. I was going to do 12k run, but I literally don't have enough time because we got dinner in 35 minutes. I need to get showered, and I also realised I had quite a few clients to get back to and some Instagram messages to get done. So bike session that was meant to be tomorrow, just did that now. And then, where the fuck am I going? And then tomorrow I'll do 12k in the evening. I've got legs with my client in the morning. This has been like the biggest week of training that I've done in a long time, but sometimes you just got to do it. But the good thing about putting in all this bike work is it's incredibly low intensity, so it requires minimal recovery. So from a nervous system standpoint and energy standpoint, it's absolutely fine. Like if I added in loads more running or loads more strength training, it would definitely impact my energy for work and stuff like that. So we're all good, so just get it done. Don't be afraid to move things around if you need to. And I actually need to look at my training plan for next week because I'm not sure what my mileage is going to be for running. I can't remember whether it's another maintenance week or whether it's a recovery week. But yeah, I'm going to get showered. We're going to Buddha Bar, which is a Japanese restaurant tonight in the hotel. Not drinking tonight. Had a few drinks last night, quite a few actually. But yeah, I met my client this morning as well for a session, which was awesome. As I said, I didn't video that, but I spent probably like 2.5 hours with him. We did a training session, and then we had a coffee and caught up. So I'll do a little bit of a rundown of that tomorrow, and I'm obviously meeting my other client tomorrow as well. So active weekend to say the least. I'm ridiculously tanned. My face looks a bit red, but yeah, I'll show you later on. It is Sunday. It's pretty humid, so it's
fogging up the camera, but just about to go and meet my other client. We're doing legs this morning. 4th strength training session of the week. Wouldn't usually do this, but I wanted to stick to my program, and he also wanted to get a session in too. So tomorrow is going to be a rest day from the weights, probably just a light session on the bike. It's 6:30. Lovely food last night. Didn't actually video anything, but it was just a dark Japanese restaurant, to be honest, and I videoed quite a lot of the weekend, so just wanted to take a bit of time away from the camera. But yeah, another beautiful day in the UAE. Plan is to come back after this session and nail the breakfast. It'll be a bit later today, which would be better because I wasn't that hungry yesterday morning, but yeah, I want to try some of the other different foods there, so I'll definitely video that. And then a few hours by the pool, a little bit of work, and then back to Dubai. I've got a call at 5 o'clock, so we need to get back for then. And then I'm going to hit my run tonight. So that's the plan. What is happening, guys? It is the next weekend. I'm not gonna lie, I've been poor at vlogging over the last week, but the last clip you will have seen, I think, was me heading off to do a training session with one of my clients in Abu Dhabi. So I'm gonna round off the vlog here, but I wanted to give you a little bit of an update and also provide a little bit of value in terms of how me and, to some extent, Liv manage these sorts of trips away. Because again, what I'm really trying to get across on this channel is, is the fact that yes, I'm locked in with my work, I'm absolutely locked in and dialed in with my training, but I have a good social life. I like to go out and meet my friends, have a few drinks. I like to go away on staycations every now and again, and that's why I think I've had a decent amount of success with my coaching business, is because I practice what I preach, but I also have a good time too. So I'll also give you a bit of an update in terms of what we've got coming up over the next week. But yeah, went to train my client Kevin, who I've been working with for 2.5 years now. I think we started working together back in 2024. He is a senior director at a huge company in Abu Dhabi. He's only a few years older than me. I think he's 34, 35, but he's super, super successful for his age. He's got a couple of kids. He is married. He obviously lives in Abu Dhabi as well. Super high stress job. Like when people talk about, you know, ideal clients and things like that, he is definitely mine. And I've built a really good relationship with him because I've made the effort over the last couple of years to go through to Abu Dhabi and go and personal train him as part of his online package. Like the personal training sessions that I do with clients occasionally are not included, but I love to go and kind of like network with them and meet them every now and again. So that was awesome, and makes the job worth it for me, being able to go and meet people and just, yeah, have to pinch myself sometimes that I'm able to go away on these staycations, but we can still work from anywhere. I can meet clients that at the end of the day will push the business forward too. So that was an awesome weekend. But in terms of how I approach weekends away and things like that, I think, you know, at the end of the day, because I'm so active, like I'm pretty much training every day at the moment with the cardio that I'm doing and the strength training too, going away for a couple of days every month, unless you go absolutely crazy on the drinks and you massively overeat, is not going to impact your physique and your results in the long run, as long as you manage a few things well. And a non-negotiable for me and Liv as well is we'll always get our training done, whether that is getting the training done before you go away, like Monday to Friday if you're going away for the weekend, or whether it's doing training when you're away. So I think on that weekend away, I did a strength session with my client and I did some bike work as well. But I did prepare and get most of my training done the few days before we went. The big one for people where they usually fuck it up is they miss training sessions. So again, that comes down to time management. I knew I was going away a couple of weeks before, so I organized all my training to get the harder sessions done then, so I could just do, you know, a little bit of zone 2 on the bike, reply to clients and things like that before dinner. But another big one is obviously the nutrition. I think that's where people fuck up their weekends massively, is they have way too many drinks. We did have a few drinks on Friday. I think we probably had like 7 or 8 each, so it was quite a lot. But we didn't drink on the second night, so we went out for a couple of meals, saved a lot of calories for the evening, focused on fueling up well,
at the buffet breakfast with eggs, fruit, all those sorts of things. Took a couple of protein shakes with me and just didn't overthink it. At the end of the day, I'm super active. A lot of my clients are as well. So you can go away and enjoy yourself if you make good decisions with nutrition. Always think protein first. And if you are presented with a buffet breakfast, try and replicate your first meal of the day, or whether you want to call that breakfast. So for me, it's always eggs, it's always sourdough, it's always fruit. I had a few sweet treats here and there, but I'm not taking my calorie intake up from 3,000 all the way up to 5,000, which genuinely some people do when they throw loads of drinks in the mix as well. So without sounding cliche, zoom out, look at the bigger picture. The most important thing with these trips away is organization, making sure that you still get all your training done, making good decisions. And a big thing as well, I think, is just being able to click your fingers when you're back home and just get straight back into things the next day. You know, if you are going away for trips, if you're going out for a few drinks on the weekend, yeah, you might feel a little bit ropey on Monday. You might be a little bit hungover, but it doesn't mean that you don't go to the gym. You still get everything done. Maybe you can adjust your training intensity a little bit, but it's not an excuse for skipping sessions on Monday and Tuesday, because I find a lot of people have big weekends and then they don't get back into things properly until Wednesday. So that's how I personally do things. But again, without sounding cliche, it is a lifestyle. You know, I'm super active. I make good decisions with food, and I enjoy going away for things like that. That's the thing that we like to do. You know, we go on a few holidays. Well, we go on one or two like proper holidays a year, but then going away for those weekends is what we like to spend our money on sometimes. But yeah, update on the training. I have, I think, 3 weeks until I start my official sub 250 marathon prep. So I'm building for this week and the next 2 weeks, and then I will run a recovery week before I need to double check the dates. But my training at the moment is fairly neutral, kind of consistent. What I mean by that is the volume of the running is not really increasing too much. I'm just holding around 40 to 45k, supplementing with bike work on top of that, which I'm actually really enjoying, just because I can clock a lot of kilometers on the bike, a lot of volume in zone 2, which will obviously carry over to my running, but it doesn't generate much fatigue. And you know, even as a sub 3 marathon runner, I do find that running fatigues me, especially when I run outside in the heat. So it does affect my energy day to day, and it affects my work to some extent. So that's why I've never wanted to do a lot, because at the end of the day, like, I'm a business owner, I'm not an athlete. So being able to use the bike to bump up the volume without having the negative drawbacks of me feeling less energized through the day, which ultimately will affect my work performance, has been a really good technique. And that's definitely what I'm going to do on the marathon prep. As my running, the distance of my runs start to build in the marathon prep, specifically the long run, the weekly mileage will probably get up to 55, potentially 60. And then I'm just going to keep that probably 2.5 hours on the bike each week as well. I've been doing 150 minutes, 2.5 hours at the moment. But I'm just going to have to monitor my fatigue and my recovery week to week. But I'm going to be in a much better position than I was for the last marathon prep that I did, just because I'm doing more cardio, I'm doing more volume. And I think I found a really good sweet spot at the moment. Hoping to look well. I'm going to lean down a little bit over the next couple of months as the output increases, because I want to be in the best position possible to hit that sub 250. And the difference between me weighing 78 and 81 kg, it will make a huge difference. So I need to get my body weight down a little bit. I've barely been doing any steps over the last month, if I'm honest, because it's so hot in Dubai. But that's something that I've realized I need to bump up a little bit. So on my non-run days, like trying to hit 8 to 10k a day, and then a little bit less on run days. So overall output throughout the week is high, but I've seen it before with a lot of clients. You can easily overeat if you listen to your appetite when you're doing this sort of training. That's why a lot of people will go into marathon preps and actually end up 2 or 3 kg heavier at the end. But anyway, going to round the video off here. I'll check in on the next one. I've got quite a lot of content actually to upload to the channel, but it's more education, client focused stuff, and I'll probably do a vlog every couple of weeks as well. Like the video if you haven't subscribed already, get it done.